It was a muddy afternoon in the city after a heavy rain. The street was messy, with puddles everywhere. An old man named Mr. Elijah Carter sat quietly on a wooden bench near the sidewalk. His clothes were worn out, and his slippers were old, but he looked peaceful. He had just finished sweeping in front of a small shop and was resting before going home. Suddenly, a black Range Rover came speeding through the narrow street without slowing down. The car went straight through a big puddle. A heavy splash of muddy water flew up and soaked Mr. Elijah Carter from head to toe. The old man gasped and tried to wipe his face with his hand, but it was too late. His shirt, trousers, and even his slippers were now dripping with brown water. People nearby stopped and stared in shock. "Hey, look what you did!" one woman shouted at the car. The car didn't stop. It rolled forward slowly, then stopped just a few steps ahead. The tinted window rolled down. A proud female voice came from the car. "You shouldn't be sitting so close to the street, old man. This is not your village." Then the window went back up and the car sped off. The crowd went quiet for a moment. "Did she just say that?" one man asked, his mouth open. "Wicked woman," another woman shouted. "Can't she even say sorry?" "This is too much," someone added. "Mr. Elijah Carter is always quiet and kind. Why treat him like this?" But the old man raised one hand and spoke softly, "It's okay. Leave her. Let God handle it." Meanwhile, the woman in the black Range Rover, Chantel Moore, arrived at a fancy shopping mall in downtown Atlanta. As she walked into the building, her phone buzzed. She took a selfie and posted it online with the caption, "Only the strong walk over the weak. Boss Queen." Within minutes, comments rolled in. "Slay Queen of Queens. Teach them." She smiled proudly. To her, what she did meant nothing. She believed poor people had no worth, no voice, and no right to be in her way. She built her life on pride, stepping over anyone she thought was below her. Mr. Elijah Carter got home that evening, tired but still calm. He opened the door and walked into the large living room of their beautiful mansion. Though he dressed simply and visited poor areas often, his son Malik Carter was a rich man. Their house had everything: fine furniture, soft rugs, and expensive artwork on the wall. But none of that meant much to the old man. Malik Carter was sitting on the couch, reading something on his tablet, when he noticed his father walk in. "Papa, what happened to your shirt?" he asked. "Looks like you had another bad day." Mr. Elijah Carter sat down gently and shook his head. "Malik, I met the most disrespectful woman today." Malik sighed. "Papa, again? I don't know why you keep going out there. Why can't you stop this? You don't need to sit by the roadside or talk to random people. You live in a mansion now. You have everything you need." The old man looked at his son with calm eyes. "I will never stop, Malik, not until I find a good woman for you." Malik put down his tablet. "Papa, again with this?" "Yes," Mr. Elijah Carter said firmly. "You're already 36 years old. You need a wife. Someone who will build with you, not just enjoy what you've worked for." Malik rubbed his forehead and sighed. "Papa, I have a girlfriend." The old man turned quickly. "You do?" "Yes. I've been seeing someone." "Then why didn't you tell me before now?" "I didn't want to rush things," Malik replied. "But now that you're bringing it up again, I'll tell you." Mr. Elijah Carter leaned forward. "So who is she? Where's she from? What does she do?" Malik smiled a little. "You'll meet her soon. Don't worry. She's very beautiful." The old man raised an eyebrow. "Beauty is not everything, my son." "I know, Papa. But there's a problem." "What problem?" Malik hesitated for a moment before speaking. "She's rude, Papa. Very rude." Mr. Elijah Carter leaned back slowly. "She talks down to people," Malik continued. "She's proud. She thinks everyone is below her. And the worst part, she wastes money. I give her money, and she buys things she doesn't need, expensive clothes, shoes, bags, all just to show off." Mr. Elijah Carter shook his head in silence. "So why are you still with her?" Malik looked away. "I don't know. Maybe because she's beautiful. Maybe I thought I could change her. She's smart too. And sometimes, when she's calm, she's sweet. But when she gets angry or feels insulted, she becomes someone else. His father was quiet for a while, then he asked, "Does she respect you?" "Sometimes." "Does she respect herself?" Malik didn't answer. Mr. Elijah Carter sighed deeply. "Malik, listen to me. I've been watching women all my life. I know how they behave even from how they walk and talk. You need a woman who brings peace into your home, not noise. A woman who helps you grow, not waste what you've worked for." "I know, Papa. You're right." "Then bring her home. Let me see her with my own eyes. I want to talk to her. I want to look into her eyes. If I see humility, I'll bless the union. If I see pride, I'll tell you the truth, even if it hurts." Malik nodded slowly. "Okay, Papa. I'll talk to her. Maybe she can come over this weekend." "Good," the old man said. "But don't tell her anything special. Let her come as she is. I want to meet her real self, not the one she shows in public." Malik chuckled. "You want to surprise her?" "No," Mr. Elijah Carter said calmly. "I want her to surprise herself." As Malik stood to get a glass of water, his father watched him with quiet concern. He was proud of his son. Malik was smart, successful, and kind. But love could make even the wisest man blind. Another hot afternoon, Mr. Elijah Carter sat quietly outside a big Walmart store in Los Angeles. He wore his simple clothes with a plastic bowl in front of him. Some people dropped small change. Others didn't even look his way. He didn't beg. He just sat there. Then it happened. A black Range Rover stopped sharply in front of the store. Chantel Moore stepped out. Her eyes were hidden behind dark glasses. Loud music played in her car. She saw Mr. Elijah Carter, hissed, and walked closer. "You again," she snapped. "You old dirty-smelling man, why do you keep disgracing your generation like this?" She didn't wait for an answer. "Do you enjoy sitting here like a goat? Poor people like you have no shame." Mr. Elijah Carter didn't say a word. "Look at your clothes. Look at your face. Useless man. Maybe you were cursed." Still silent. "You're the reason this country is backward. You sit here waiting for help instead of just dying quietly." She spat near his feet. "You make me sick." Just then, a young woman carrying 2 grocery bags stepped out of the store. She paused, watched, then dropped her bags. "Enough," she said. Chantel Moore turned. "Who are you?" "Someone who still has sense," Imani Brooks replied. Chantel laughed. "Another poor rat trying to feel important." "You're insulting an old man for no reason," Imani said sharply. "What did he do to you?" "He exists," Chantel barked. "That's what he did. Poor dirty men like him shouldn't be outside." Imani stepped forward. "He's old enough to be your father." "So?" Chantel shouted. "Is he my father? Look at him. Probably your father. You both look poor." Imani's eyes narrowed. "Yes, maybe he is. But at least he's not empty like you." Chantel laughed again. "Do you know who I am? Do you know who my boyfriend is? I can get you arrested in 2 minutes." Imani didn't blink. "Arrest me for telling you to respect an old man? I'm rich. I can do anything," Chantel yelled. "No. You're loud. Not rich in character," Imani fired back. "You're jealous of me. I'm clean. I'm classy." Imani scoffed. "You're just noisy with lipstick. Nothing more." Chantel's face changed. She stepped forward. "You dare talk to me like that?" "Yes, because nobody ever taught you how to behave. You'll regret this number." "You will," Imani said calmly. "One day, this same man you insulted will be the one you'll need to bow to." Chantel's hands shook. Imani pointed. "Take your proud legs and leave." Chantel stared, lips tight, face red. Then she turned, stormed into her car, slammed the door, and sped off. Imani then turned to Mr. Elijah Carter. "Sorry, sir." He looked at her gently. "Thank you, my daughter." She smiled. "I couldn't let her talk to you like that." He nodded slowly. "These days, not many people speak up like you did." Imani looked around, then walked closer. "Papa, what's your name?" "Elijah," he said simply. "But people just call me Mr. Elijah Carter." She sat beside him. "I'm Imani." He smiled. Nice name. She looked into his eyes. Papa, where do you stay? She asked. He hesitated, then quietly said, I sleep in an empty store at the edge of the city. The owner lets me stay there. It's not much, but it keeps the rain away. Imani's face dropped. Oh, Papa, I'm really sorry. He shook his head gently. Don't be. Life has seasons. I may be poor, but I still have peace. You seem too wise to be sitting out here, Papa. He gave a small smile. Life teaches you many lessons when you have nothing. She looked at him for a moment, then said, Papa, I studied agriculture. I graduated a year ago. Still no job. My parents are poor farmers back home. He nodded slowly. You're trying. I was thinking, she continued, instead of just sitting here, maybe I can help you start a small garden. Even behind the store. We can plant simple things. Peppers, tomatoes, vegetables. It'll give you food. We can sell the rest too. Mr. Elijah Carter looked at her, surprised. You want to help me farm? Yes, Papa, she said. I don't have money, but I have strength. I can work. It's better than waiting around. You'll have fresh food and won't need to sit out here asking for coins. He sat still, thinking deeply. You're too kind, he said softly. She shook her head. No, Papa. I just believe good people deserve help too. He looked up at her. You hardly know me. She smiled. I know enough. You didn't say a word when that woman insulted you. That silence told me everything. Mr. Elijah Carter smiled slowly. You're different. I try, she said. He nodded. I'll think about it, Imani. Think fast, she said playfully. We can start with just a basket of okra. Even that can change something. They both laughed softly. Imani stood, picked up her bags and waved. Okay, Papa. See you tomorrow. He nodded. I'll be here. Good, she said. Don't go missing. She walked off smiling. Mr. Elijah Carter sat back watching her go. Something moved in his chest, not sadness, not shame, hope. He looked up at the sky and whispered, Lord, could she be the one? Mr. Elijah Carter walked into the house with a big smile on his face. The heavy front door closed behind him, and he quietly took off his sandals. The mansion was peaceful and cool. He looked around and saw his son sitting in the living room. He cleared his throat. Malik. Yes, Papa? I met someone today. Malik looked up. Who? Mr. Elijah Carter walked over and sat down. Malik, today I met the most beautiful, respectful, and well-mannered woman I've ever seen. Malik raised his eyebrows. Really? Yes. And I'm not talking about makeup, hair, or shoes. I'm talking about the heart. A clean heart. A woman with sense, dignity, and courage. Malik sat back. Okay, what happened? I was outside the store. That same proud woman came again. The one who always insults me like I'm nothing. She opened her mouth today and said more bad things to me. Malik clenched his fist lightly. Again? Yes, Mr. Elijah Carter said, smiling. But this time, something different happened. A young woman saw everything, and before I could say anything, she stood up for me. She did. Yes, Malik. She faced that proud woman without fear. She didn't shout like someone crazy, no. Her words were calm but strong. She spoke with wisdom. That rude woman had no choice but to walk away in shame. Malik stayed silent. After a pause, Mr. Elijah Carter continued, She came to sit with me. She didn't rush. She wasn't proud. She just sat beside me and asked if I was okay, like I mattered. What's her name? Malik asked. Imani. Imani? Yes. I told her I was just a poor man with no home. She didn't laugh. She didn't judge. Do you know what she said? Malik waited. She said, Papa, I can help you. Malik looked surprised. She's a graduate. She studied agriculture. No job yet. Her parents are farmers too. But instead of complaining, she told me we can start a small garden together. She offered to help me feel useful again. Papa, you're not serious, Malik said softly. I'm very serious, Mr. Elijah Carter replied. You know I've always wanted to go back to farming. You told me to stop. Said I was too old. But Malik, that's where I find joy. That's where I feel alive. Papa, we've talked about this. You don't need to farm anymore. You should rest and enjoy life. But resting without purpose is just waiting to die. Farming isn't only about food. It's about peace, patience, and strength. My body might be old, but my spirit is still strong. Malik looked down, saying nothing. Mr. Elijah Carter leaned forward. This girl, Imani, reminded me of the man I used to be. She brought light into my heart today. And more than that, she gave me hope again. Malik rubbed his palm across his chin. I'm telling you this, Malik, the old man added, not because I need permission, but because I've seen something special. That girl is gold. She may not have money, but she has character, and that's something money can't buy. Malik lifted his eyes. Papa. Yes. I didn't want to say this, but my girlfriend is coming tomorrow. Mr. Elijah Carter leaned back. And what do you want me to do with that information? Malik paused. She wants to meet you. That's none of my business, Mr. Elijah Carter said firmly. Because today I met a woman who made me forget that rudeness still exists. A girl who respected me without knowing who I was. Your girlfriend might be coming tomorrow, but today I already met the kind of woman this world needs. Malik went quiet. I've been watching you, the old man continued. You're rich, but you're alone. You have houses, but no joy. You have friends, but no peace. A wife should bring peace, not noise, not pride, not trouble. I understand, Papa. No, you don't, Mr. Elijah Carter said calmly. You say you have a girlfriend, but I don't know her. I don't know where she's from, what she believes, how she treats people. You say she's beautiful, that's fine. But can beauty feed your heart? Malik looked away. Let me tell you something, the old man said. When I was young, I wanted to marry the most beautiful girl in my town. My mother warned me. I didn't listen. That girl had the face of an angel but the mouth of a lion. She nearly destroyed me. What happened? She left me. And it was the best thing that ever happened. That's when I met your mother. She wasn't the prettiest, but her heart was pure. Her hands worked hard. And her love built this family. Malik swallowed hard. So, you're saying Imani is? I'm not saying anything yet, Mr. Elijah Carter replied. All I'm saying is, don't bring me noise tomorrow and expect me to smile. Because I've already seen peace today. Okay, Papa. Let your girlfriend come. Let her show me who she really is. But I won't pretend. If I see pride, I'll tell her to her face. Malik stood quietly and nodded. I respect that. Mr. Elijah Carter smiled. Good. I've done my part. Tomorrow we'll see. The next morning came quietly. Mr. Elijah Carter had already bathed and was sitting in the living room. He wore clean, simple clothes. His face was calm, but his heart wasn't. He kept thinking about Imani. Her voice played in his head. Papa, I can help you. He smiled to himself. Then he heard footsteps. Malik walked in and stood beside him. Papa. Yes. She's on her way. Mr. Elijah Carter looked straight ahead. Let her come. Minutes later, they heard a car enter the compound. The old man didn't move. The door opened slowly. High heels tapped against the tile floor. Then Chantel Moore walked in with pride all over her face. Handbags swinging by her side. She looked around the house, impressed. This place is nice, she said. Not as modern as mine, but still okay. Then her eyes landed on the old man sitting calmly on the couch. She froze. Her smile disappeared. Mr. Elijah Carter looked up at her but said nothing. Malik stood between them, confused. Papa, this is... I know who she is, Mr. Elijah Carter said coldly. Chantel swallowed hard. You? Yes, he said calmly. We've met before. Twice. Malik looked at her. Wait, you know my father? Chantel's lips shook. I didn't know he was your father. Mr. Elijah Carter leaned forward. You didn't need to. You only needed to show respect. Malik's face changed. What is he talking about? Mr. Elijah Carter turned to his son. This is the same woman who splashed mud on me by the roadside and called me names. She told me I was useless. She mocked my poverty. She did it again at the store yesterday. Malik slowly turned to Chantel. She couldn't speak. Is this true? He asked. I didn't know he was your father, she said quickly. You didn't need to know, Malik replied. You insulted an old man in public. Twice. I thought he was a beggar, she shouted. He is a human being, Malik Carter snapped. Even if he was a beggar, is that how you treat people? I didn't mean it like that, she said, now speaking quietly. Mr. Elijah Carter stood up slowly. You didn't mean it, but you said it. You shamed me just because I looked poor. You talked like you ruled the world. But now, that same old man is the father of the man you claim to love. Chantel Moore opened her mouth, but no words came out. Tell me, Mr. Elijah Carter asked, if you had known, would you have acted better? Yes, she said softly. Then you are not truly kind, he replied, because real kindness doesn't depend on who's watching. Chantel's eyes filled with tears. Please, sir. I'm sorry. Mr. Elijah Carter shook his head. You are not sorry for what you did. You are sorry because of who I am. Malik stayed quiet, breathing hard, his face now filled with disappointment. You told me you were bold, he said to Chantel. You said you loved me. I do. No, he replied. You love yourself. A woman who loves me will respect my father. Chantel dropped her bag. Please, Malik. He looked at her one last time, then turned away. Papa, he said. I've made a mistake. Chantel walked slowly to Mr. Elijah Carter. Please forgive me, she said. He looked at her quietly and said, Forgiveness is easy, but trust is not. You had a chance to show who you are, and you showed us. She wiped her tears. I can change. He nodded. Good. Start by changing how you treat people who can do nothing for you. She picked up her bag and left. The room went silent again. Mr. Elijah Carter sat down. Malik sat beside him. Papa? Yes, Imani. Yes. Where is she now? Mr. Elijah Carter smiled gently. She's coming to meet me at the Walmart tomorrow. The next morning, Malik left the house quietly. He needed fresh air and time to think. What happened with Chantel kept playing in his mind like a movie. He couldn't believe the woman he once loved had insulted his father not once, but twice. His heart felt heavy. He drove alone. No assistant, no driver. Just himself and his thoughts. He didn't know where he was going. He just wanted to breathe. After some time, he parked near a quiet area behind some local stores in Atlanta. He stepped out, walked a bit, and sat on a bench under a mango tree. The sun was still rising. The breeze was soft. For the first time in days, he felt calm. As he sat, he saw someone ahead, a young woman standing beside a small patch of land. She held a bag of seeds in one hand and a small hoe in the other. She wore simple clothes, her hair tied back. No makeup, no fancy things. But something about her felt warm. She bent down, tested the soil with her fingers, then stood up again. Malik watched quietly. After a few minutes, she looked around and saw him. She smiled. Good morning. Good morning, Malik replied. She walked closer. Are you from around here? No. Just passing by. Needed a break. She nodded. Me too. Well, not really a break. I'm planning to start a small garden here. Malik looked at the land. A farm. She laughed. Yes, why not? Most young ladies I know won't even hold a hoe, let alone plant anything. She smiled. I'm not like most girls. I studied agriculture in school. No job yet. But I have hands and a strong back. Malik was impressed. That's rare. She dropped her bag and reached out her hand. I'm Imani. He shook it. Malik. They both smiled. She sat on a rock nearby. I'm trying to help an old man. He has no real home. He's kind and wise. Reminds me of my dad. Malik turned. Really? Yes. I met him yesterday. A woman was insulting him. I couldn't stay quiet. I had to speak up. Malik's heart skipped. She continued, after the drama, I found out he doesn't beg. He just sits quietly and watches people. So I told him I'd help him start a small farm. That way, he can grow fresh food and feel useful. Malik looked at her deeply. She didn't brag. She didn't shout. She spoke calmly with peace in her voice. I wish more people thought like you, he said. She laughed. We're out here, just hidden. You live nearby? No. I take the bus from across town. It's not easy, but I can't stay home doing nothing. Malik nodded. I admire that. She looked at him. What do you do? Malik hesitated. Business. Ah, business. The favorite Nigerian word, she teased. They both laughed. I won't ask too many questions, she said. You look like someone with a lot on his mind. Malik smiled. You're right. She stood up. I need to plant these seeds before the sun gets too hot. He stood with her. Can I help? She raised an eyebrow. With your clean shoes and soft hands? I can learn. She smiled. All right, let's start with okra. And just like that, they began, two strangers, two different lives, one small garden. It was late afternoon. Mr. Elijah Carter sat quietly at his usual spot outside Walmart. His eyes were soft and his thoughts far away. He wasn't thinking about money or food. He was thinking about Imani, her kindness, her courage, her words. Suddenly, a cheerful voice pulled him out of his thoughts. Papa! He looked up. It was Imani, smiling as she walked toward him with a small basket in her hand. She reached him and sat down beside him gently. I brought you something. What is it? He asked warmly. Just some fresh veggies and boiled peanuts, she said. It's not much. Mr. Elijah Carter opened the basket and smiled. It's everything. Thank you, my daughter. May God bless your hands. Imani laughed. Amen, Papa. They sat quietly for a moment. Then she leaned closer. Papa, I have good news. His eyes brightened. Tell me. I found land. You did? He asked, surprised. Yes. It belongs to my uncle. I told him what I wanted to do, and he said I can use part of it to plant. It's small, but we can grow okra and vegetables. Ah, that's good. So when are we going? Imani smiled wide. Tomorrow morning if you're ready. Mr. Elijah Carter paused, then gently shook his head. No, he said calmly. We can't go to the farm tomorrow. Imani looked confused. Why not, Papa? Because, he said, you're coming to my house tomorrow. She blinked. Your house? But you said you sleep in a shop. He smiled. Just come. I'll explain everything to you. She raised an eyebrow. Papa, are you hiding something? I'm hiding peace, he joked. You'll understand tomorrow. She laughed. So when are we going to the farm? Let's go on the weekend, he said. She nodded. But Papa, you're full of surprises. He reached into his pocket and gave her a small paper. That's the address. Don't be late. Imani took the paper, looked at it, and shook her head. Now I'm really curious. She paused, then added shyly, Papa, I also met someone today. Mr. Elijah Carter leaned forward. Who? She looked down and smiled. Just someone. A man. He's very handsome. I like him. Just very humble. The old man's eyes widened. Who could that be? I want to see him, my daughter. Imani laughed. No, Papa. It's not like that. We're just friends, for now. Still, Mr. Elijah Carter said, I'm your second father now. I must see him with my own eyes. She shook her head playfully. Papa, calm down. She grinned. So, are we going to see each other tomorrow? She hesitated. Yes, Papa. See you tomorrow. See you, my daughter. As she walked away, Mr. Elijah Carter whispered to himself, let tomorrow begin the truth. Later that evening, Mr. Elijah Carter came back to the house. The big mansion was quiet. He walked into the living room and saw Malik sitting there. Papa, Malik called. Can I tell you something? Yes, my son. I met someone today. Mr. Elijah Carter sat down, already smiling inside. You did? Yes. A woman. Not like the others. She's beautiful but simple. Smart but calm. Hardworking. She was planting under the sun. Mr. Elijah Carter leaned forward. What's her name? Imani. The old man closed his eyes briefly and smiled. She's the first woman who's ever made me want to sit and listen without rushing, Malik added. Mr. Elijah Carter spoke slowly. I would like to meet her. You will, Malik replied. Very soon. The old man leaned back and smiled again. Tomorrow, he whispered in his heart, you'll meet her in the most unexpected way. The next morning, Imani stood in front of a big black gate, holding her small handbag and the address Mr. Elijah Carter had given her. She looked at the house number again and again. This place is too fine, she whispered. Is this really where Mr. Elijah lives? A security guard came out from the small side gate. Yes? Can I help you? Imani nodded. I'm here to see Mr. Elijah Carter. He gave me this address yesterday. The guard looked her up and down, then said, Wait here. He went inside. Imani held her bag tighter. Her heart was beating fast. Something didn't feel right. She thought she would see a small house or maybe meet one of Mr. Elijah's friends. But this mansion was different. Tall white walls, big flowers outside, and smooth, clean floors. Even the air smelled expensive. Before she could think too much, the gate opened again. Come in, the guard said. Imani walked in slowly. Her sandals tapped against the floor. She stopped near the wide front door, shocked by how pretty everything was. The house looked like something out of a magazine. Shiny windows, flowers in pots, and peaceful silence. Then she heard footsteps. Imani! She turned around slowly and froze. It was Malik, the same man she met by the farm. The one who helped her with seeds. The one she liked. He was standing there, dressed simple but still looking amazing. Their eyes met. Malik, she whispered. He stepped closer, also shocked. Imani! She looked around again. You live here? Before he could answer, another voice came. My daughter. She looked past Malik and saw Mr. Elijah Carter smiling big as he walked out of the living room. Mr. Elijah? She gasped. Wait, you live here? He chuckled and walked closer. Yes, this is my house. But you told me you sleep in a store. He nodded calmly. I did. I wanted to see how people treat me when they think I have nothing. Imani looked at both of them. Wait, she pointed at Malik. You're his son. Malik nodded. Yes, I am. She covered her mouth, shocked. I don't get it. None of this makes sense. Mr. Elijah smiled. I'm sorry for not telling you the truth. But you showed me your heart. You helped me when you thought I was a poor old man. That's rare. You were testing me? Imani asked. No, he said gently. I was just watching. Life taught me to watch people. Many people treat rich folks well but spit on the poor. You did the opposite. You gave me food. You wanted to start a garden with me. You made me feel seen. She looked at Malik. And you? I didn't know, Malik said. We met by chance. I had no idea you were the woman my father kept talking about. She blinked back tears. This is too much. Mr. Elijah smiled again. But it's good. Because now, no one can say you wanted money. You didn't know anything. You just followed your heart. I didn't do anything special, she said quietly. You did, Malik said gently. You were kind to someone you thought had nothing. That's powerful. Silence filled the space for a moment. Then Mr. Elijah spoke. Come inside. This is your home now. Are you sure? She asked softly. Malik stretched his hand toward her. Yes. Please. She took his hand. Together they walked into the house, not as strangers, but as something more. Inside, the house was quiet. Mr. Elijah went to rest, leaving Malik and Imani alone in the big living room. Malik sat beside her, unsure how to begin. Imani, he said. I don't want to waste time. She turned to him. I know we just met, but I feel something strong, something I've never felt before, he said. She looked at him. I love you, Malik said. From the first time I saw you. I loved your strength, your calm way of talking, your kindness. And the fact that my father loves you too, that means a lot. He leaned in. I want to marry you. As soon as possible. She was quiet for a moment. I'm not going to lie, she said softly. I love you too. From the day we met by the farm, I felt peace. I didn't even know who you were, but I felt safe. He smiled. She smiled back. If you really want to marry me, she said, then I'll say yes. Malik reached for her hand. Thank you. You are the most beautiful and smart woman I've ever seen. Now you'll be my wife. Imani blushed but turned serious. There's something I must do first, she said. What is it? I have to go to the village. I need to tell my parents. They live there. They must know. Malik sat up straight. Her words hit him. No, he said. That can't happen anymore. She looked confused. What do you mean? My parents-in-law can't live in the village while I'm in a mansion, Malik said strongly. Her eyes grew wide. I have houses here in the city. I'll give them one. I want them to stop farming. I want them to rest and enjoy life now. She stared at him shocked. You would do that for them? Mani, he said. I'm not just marrying you. I'm joining your family. I must honor them like I honor my dad. Tears filled her eyes. No one's ever said that to me, she whispered. He wiped her tears gently. You're worth it. From now on, your pain is my pain. Your joy is my joy. Word spread fast. Malik, the quiet billionaire, was getting married. But not to a rich girl, not to a celebrity. He was marrying a simple, respectful woman named Imani. People were shocked. Some praised him. Others were jealous. But no one was angrier than Chantel Moore. She heard the news at a fancy spa. What did you say? Chantel snapped. Yes, girl, her friend replied. Malik's getting married. She's not even from the city. A village girl. Chantel's jaw tightened. Her hands started shaking. He can't do this to me. She stormed out, jumped in her car, and drove off in anger. That night, she called someone, Tyrell Jackson, a rough man known for doing bad jobs. I want you to do something, she said coldly. What is it? He asked. Plant hard drugs in Malik's office. Then call the police. Let them catch him. His wedding will be ruined. Tyrell didn't answer. And, she added, if you can do more, make sure that girl Imani never wakes up. And that old man she calls father-in-law? I don't ever want to see his face again. She hung up, thinking it was done. But what Chantel didn't know was this. Tyrell Jackson knew Malik. Malik once helped Tyrell's older sister get a job when no one would. He paid their rent. He paid their mom's hospital bills. Tyrell sat alone that night. This is the man you want me to destroy? He said. The man who saved my family? Never. He called Chantel back. This time, he recorded the call. Hello, she answered. Tell me the plan again, he said. She laughed and spilled everything. How to plant the drugs, how to hurt Imani and Mr. Elijah. Tyrell saved the recording. The next morning he walked into Malik's office. I just need 10 minutes, he said. Malik looked up. Do I know you? You helped my family years ago. I came to return the favor. Malik was confused but nodded. Tyrell played the recording. Malik's face changed. His heart raced as he heard Chantel's voice planning evil. She really wanted to destroy us, Malik whispered. You don't deserve it, Tyrell said. Thank you, Malik said, shaking his hand. You saved us. Later that day, police arrested Chantel at a fancy restaurant. You're under arrest for attempted murder, drug setup, and more, one officer said. In court, Chantel tried to lie. I never said any of that, she cried. Then they played the recording. Her voice filled the room. Everyone heard her say, I want that girl gone forever. When it ended, the courtroom went silent. Chantel started crying. It was the devil. I was drunk. The judge raised a hand. Enough. The devil didn't force your words. She was sentenced to 15 years in prison. No bail. Back at the mansion, Malik told Imani everything. She was shocked but thankful. That could have ended us, she whispered. But it didn't, Malik said. Because good people like Tyrell still exist. And people like you. That weekend, they traveled to Imani's hometown. Malik knelt in front of her parents. I want to marry your daughter. And I want you both to move to the city. I have a home ready for you. No more farming. It's time to rest." Mama Grace cried. Mr. Samuel Brooks smiled and gave his blessing. 1 month later, Malik and Imani got married in a joyful, beautiful wedding. Afterward, they flew away for their honeymoon, walking hand in hand on the beach, laughing in the sand. "I still can't believe this is real," Imani said. Malik smiled. "It's real. And it's forever." Dear viewers, what lessons did you learn from this powerful story? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed it, please give us a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss a story. Thanks for watching, and stay blessed.